When Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler share the court in a Warriors jersey, it's not just a problem, it's a full-blown crisis for the rest of the league. Together, they've racked up a dominant 22 record, steamrolling teams with ruthless efficiency. And Steph, he hasn't just been hot, he's been straight up uncontainable. We're talking 28.5 points per game on a blistering 66% true shooting. And that's not even the wild part. He had a savage 3-game rampage where he dropped 52 on the Grizzlies, dissected the Lakers for 37, and casually dismantled the Nuggets with 36. All in wins that weren't even close. This version of Steph turns the Warriors into a juggernaut. And with just 2 weeks separating us from playoff chaos, the rest of the NBA is scrambling, desperate for a strategy that might work. Honestly, calling him the greatest shooter of all time feels like underselling it at this point. Not because it's untrue, but because that title barely begins to describe what he actually is. Steph Curry isn't just a shooter. He's a one-of-one phenomenon. We've seen greatness in every shooting archetype: stationary snipers, off-screen assassins, deep-range gunners, pull-up killers, and cold-blooded shot makers. Steph, he embodies all of them and dominates each category like it's child's play. This season, his numbers on catch-and-shoot threes alone would be enough to lead most offenses, over 43% from deep. But that's just the foundation. What makes Steph so uniquely devastating is how he creates those looks. He never stops moving. He's always slipping. Cutting, curling, relocating, pulling defenders into a constant state of anxiety. Let him catch it with a breath of space. Game over. That gravitational pull, it doesn't just bend the defense, it shatters it. Every possession becomes a 5-man scramble just to keep eyes on him. And if even one of those defenders gets caught leaning or hesitating, Steph makes them pay. Hard. A quick catch, a flick of the wrist, and the ball's already in the air before they even react. But he's not just a sniper. If the pass isn't there, he'll attack off the catch, showcasing a handle that's tight, decisive, and criminally underrated. Try to smother him at the arc, he'll slip behind you with a sneaky backdoor cut. That constant motion, that footwork, it leaves zero room for defensive lapses. Just look at this possession against the Magic. Paolo Banchero tries chasing him around the perimeter. Steph fades to the top, gives him a subtle pump fake, Paolo bites, and the shot is money. Textbook deception. Maximum punishment. And the most terrifying part? You never know when or where he'll strike. 1 second, he's casually jogging up the floor. The next, he's handing the ball off and immediately darting into a relocation 3 before anyone can blink. Jalen Wells gets caught ball watching. Ed's too deep in the paint to challenge, and just like that, another 3's on the board. Steph's movement changes the geometry of the court. When Jimmy Butler puts the ball on the floor and defenders collapse, they're not guarding Draymond for a shot, they're bracing for the Steph handoff. He snatches it, lets it fly. Defense scrambled. Too late. The Warriors feast off these handoffs. Steph flies around a screen, sees daylight for half a second, and the shot's already out of his hands. Most defenders panic and hedge the screen. But that just opens up the short roll for Draymond or Jimmy to slice through the defense. You want to trap Steph? Cool. Hope your second line help is perfect, because if it's not, he's turning the corner and barreling right into your paint. It's fast, it's fluid, and it's ruthless. Now, some defenders get cocky, try to jump the screen early or deny the action altogether. But that's when Steph slips backdoor like a ghost. Easy bucket. And that's the hidden piece of his genius. He pressures the rim without dribbling, just by reading the floor and moving in rhythm. Golden State's chaos playbook doesn't stop there. Back screens, misdirections, constant flow. Steph curls around one, and the moment defenders overcommit to him, boom! Jimmy's wide open. Any hesitation, any breakdown. And someone's cashing in on an uncontested look. Watch this. Keon Johnson is glued to Steph like his life depends on it. Cam Johnson is expecting a switch, but no one actually makes the call. And Jimmy's all alone for a clean triple. And even when the defense communicates perfectly, Steph's impact still finds the cracks. PJ Washington reads the switch, sticks with his man, but Max Christie's already 2 steps behind. Jimmy sees it, cuts hard, and it's another easy layup. And when they want to really shake things up, the Warriors flip the entire script. Steph starts inside, then races off a down screen in an empty corner. Only one defender to track him, no help in sight. If that switch isn't surgical, Steph's out the gate and gone. And good luck catching him. Now let's talk about Draymond Green. His on-court chemistry with Steph is practically telepathic. The way he anticipates Steph's cuts, delivers precision passes, reads the defense, it's next level. It's not just that Steph knows how to move, it's that Draymond knows exactly when and where to find him amid complete chaos. Sometimes they'll bring the screen action to the middle of the floor, same Steph magic, just a different angle. He can pop out, cut back, draw 2 defenders, and force the defense into a collapse. The dominoes fall fast. Doesn't matter where the screen comes from, it's a death sentence either way. They'll even stack the screens, layer them like traps. Down screen into a cross screen. One for Jimmy, one for Steph. This play, Steph sees the defense switching too early. Stops on a dime, and Draymond zips a pass right into his shooting pocket, wide open splash. And on others, they'll double up the cross screens, letting Steph pick his poison. Use one, reject both, or go straight down the middle. He reads it all in real time, fluid, instinctive, untouchable. There's no set path, it's feel, it's improvisation, it's calculated chaos. When Steph is in this kind of rhythm, scoring, relocating, cutting, creating, drawing gravity with every step, bending defensive schemes to his will, it transcends the game. It's not basketball anymore. It's performance art. And right now, the rest of the league, they're watching, studying, panicking, and slowly realizing there might not be a counter. At the rim, Steph Curry doesn't just finish, he hypnotizes. The way he masks intent behind movement is surgical. 1 second he's floating toward the corner, the next he's slicing through open space like vapor. Force him off the arc? You've just given him a runway to attack off the catch. So how do you stop him? Teams try blitzing with 2 defenders, but once you commit, the roller is wide open, and the Warriors capitalize. It all starts at the pinch post, the launch pad for their signature split actions. Steph sets a back screen, then jets off a cross screen to pop free. Even when defenses rotate flawlessly, he just fades, contorts, and buries the shot anyway. That constant motion, it unravels even elite defenses. One back screen, one curl, and suddenly 2 defenders are chasing a ghost while Jimmy Butler is wide open, or Steph loops around Draymond, drawing defenders an inch out of position. Boom! Skip pass, corner 3, then comes the flare screen. Same setup, same chaos. KCP fights over, Cole Anthony sinks too far in, and PM Peasky is left wide open. Steph's gravity off the ball is destructive. He doesn't even need to touch it to break your scheme. We've never seen this before. A guy who shreds defenses just by existing off ball. And the wildest part, he's leveled up again. Over 60% of Steph's field goals this year have been assisted, his highest since the MVP days. And 62% of his shots come from beyond the arc. Golden State's offense doesn't just feature him, it orbits around him, and it's working. Since Jimmy joined, the Warriors are scoring 125 points per 100 possessions with Steph on the floor. That's better than Boston, Indy, or Cleveland. Jimmy's solid, Draymond's an elite passer, and the supporting cast is reliable, but Steph's gravity is what powers the whole machine. And we haven't even touched his on-ball game. When movement stalls, Steph flips the switch. Now he's the flame-throwing point guard. Nearly 38% from deep off the dribble, 6 attempts per game, most of them from 30 feet out, through traffic, fading, it doesn't matter. He drills them. High ball screens are his playground. Drop coverage? He fires. Soft hedge? He drives. He might not be as explosive as peak Steph, but his finishing touch is still elite. And unless you trap hard, he'll score, or find the open man every time. Trap him? Now Draymond's in a 4-on-3. Switch? Steph hunts the mismatch and goes to work. His isolation is ruthless. Attack the space, finish at the rim, pull up mid-range, and if nothing's there, reset, relocate, restart the nightmare. Bottom line, Steph is still one of the most impactful forces in the game, whether Jimmy lit the fire or not. Since that trade, he's been eerily close to MVP form. With Jimmy's steady two-way play, Draymond anchoring the defense, and Steph conducting this off-ball orchestra, the Warriors are peaking, and right now, no one has the answer. If you liked this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss what's next.